people are panicking. They see all these things coming out and say, I have to implement it somehow. And they take the first solutions that are pitched to them. And they're
Mm,
just like any major tech breakthrough. You have a lot of people who say, hey, this is going to cure cancer. But not only that, it's going to do all these amazing things. And while it's very effective in certain aspects for a business, there's also a lot of ways it's very ineffective. I'm sure at this point, people are swimming in AI emails, and it's like, oh man, here it comes again. I know this came from ChatGPT. It's the same wording over and over again. That's kind of a bad use case for
mm,
what could be effective for you and your team. And more importantly, it's not typically paired with what they're currently doing. My philosophy on this is look, every organization has their core competency. There's the one thing that they're very, very good at. And then they have a bunch of stuff that they have to do that takes them away from that to things that, man, if we can eliminate some of that with automation and AI, that's what's going to make you very powerful and make your organization supercharged so that your salesperson can focus on sales. They don't have to worry about
mm.
as much of making sure that their CRM is perfect or making sure that constant client communication email is actually sent out effectively. They can actually focus on closing the deals, making the most revenue for your company. That's where the value really shines. One of the first questions I get asked is, look, I know I need AI. I know I need automation in my company. I just don't know where to start, right? And that's often the first step I take with a company is, hey, do you have an AI strategy? Does your company have an AI strategy? Do you know what you're trying to do in the next 6 months, the next 12 months? If this is so important to you, it's one of those things you want to fit a square peg in a round hole. If it doesn't need AI, don't use AI. Use what's been effective, or there might be a different tool that might make it more effective, and we can help with that as well. But that's the first question you got to ask: is this important to you? And if it is important to you, you want to implement it. Do you have a strategy in place? And how to formulate that? It can be tough. I mean, yes, you can talk back and forth with ChatGPT to help you formulate something, but once again, it might not be effective. It might suggest AI where it might not be effective. The other thing I often ask people, as part of this process creating these things is, have you actually mapped out your workflow? Have you done a box diagram of like, hey, when I have to make a sale, I have to do this, and then that leads to this, and that leads to this. And if you take a step back and draw that out, it can be very enlightening for a lot of people because they'll see it and say, yeah, actually, you know what? I spend a lot of time on this when I want to spend a lot of time on this.
Mhm.
If I could reweight this whole thing, I would love to spend a lot more time closing the deals than this initial sales research or finding the right contact or seeing if they're a viable client for us based on our services or what we sell. And those are the things like in that one small scope, that's where the process goes. And then that's when you could say, "Hey, okay, now can we effectively use AI for this? Or maybe we got to use automation. Maybe we can't afford hallucinations. We need to put some automations in place that will maybe pull this information for you, fill out your CRM for you, or provide you that information so that you can be effective." So that's kind of where we see it going.